Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, and should we see what's going on our lovely little island of Fawnhollow today, where I forgot that today is the bug off. And this is an important bug off because we actually need to get this, we need to participate in this one for an Igmar mission because we missed out on it last year. And then with that, we'll be one step closer to completing all our Nookmar missions. I mean, we're still many missions off, most of them being things that I haven't really done much of, such as like writing letters, and I think Smile Wow is going to take like 3 years or something. But anyway, at this rate, hello there everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 4:55 PM on Saturday, August 28th, 2021. The third bug off of the season runs until 6 PM today. So we've got a bit of time. We're only going to participate once because, again, we've already got everything we possibly could ever get from a bug off, so it's not really so much of a thing that we need to participate in anymore. But yeah, what have I been up to today? Not really much. I haven't even done any programming today. I just played some Binding of Isaac. You'll be happy to know, if you're trying to keep track of my Binding of Isaac progress, I have finally defeated greed mode on every character, including all the tainted characters. With me finishing up Tainted Jacob today, which was certainly the hardest one by far. In fact, it was so difficult that I actually ended up just having to reset quite a lot, which I hate doing because I feel like it goes against the spirit of the game. But Tainted Jacob, Tainted Lazarus are too difficult for me to take some to. Well, it's more like playing some runs are just so draining. Playing so many runs it's just so draining. Starting with a bad item just makes me go, yeah, I don't want to do this. But I did it. If you want to know how I did it, I did it by getting D Infinity on the first floor and just re-rolling myself constantly each floor. What are we doing? Yeah. But apart from that, watching random videos. That's about it. Nothing particularly exciting. You know what I was watching? I was watching I can't remember. I think I called Device Orchestra or something. Or I say that I think it's just one guy who makes it. You probably seen it. This guy plays like famous songs using like toothbrushes and typewriters and printers and that sort of thing, just by like I guess reprogramming them and making them sort of hum at different frequencies, and then a melody comes out. It takes both, I'd imagine, very intensive engineering knowledge plus musical knowledge, I suppose, to combine together to create it into something like that, which is honestly, it sounds pretty good. Like a lot of them sound reasonably close, especially if it's an electronic based song. But yeah, it's Device Orchestra, you've probably seen it, and there's a lot of popular ones about. I can't remember which songs I watched. it was much earlier today. I watched Bad Guy, something else, and something else. But pretty entertaining. You can go watch them yourself if you're that way inclined. And if you're not, then it doesn't really matter. But the thing I was thinking about when I was watching it was because in some of his earlier videos, it was Spice Girls. That was it. Wannabe. I guess it was some of his earlier videos, and he just has the toothbrushes playing the song and that sort of thing. But then in some of the latest videos, he's starting to like sort of dress up his toothbrushes and sort of like personify, anthropomorphize them. And I don't really know what would be the most appropriate term there because I'm not a linguist, but still. As in he's stuck. I shouldn't say he because I don't actually know if it's a guy. I've been assuming, they stuck some googly eyes just like on the toothbrush and put like this false, I know, arts and crafts style wig on them, and something about it just like the difference between watching one of them with I thought that snowman was a present for some reason. The difference between watching a performance where it's just the toothbrushes like vibrating and being recorded, compared to watching the toothbrush and the print of the entire band, I suppose, up on a stage, quote, which is just a table, I suppose, with googly eyes stuck to them and like fake wigs and stuff on top of them. Something about that just makes it it's gonna sound dumb but feel very alive. I don't want to okay, right then, Apollo. I mean, I know I was very much in your way there, but still, this is a tiny bit rude. It makes them, it's not just like it feels more alive, because I feel like that's a given when you sort of personify or anthropomorphize anything, but like it feels like really alive for some reason. It somehow gives it a disproportionate amount of life compared to what you might expect from just looking at them, and it was kind of weird. I was like, oh man, it feels like they have distinct personalities and everything. This is like the lead vocalist, this person singing backup and whatever, and I was like, what is going on? But I suppose that's just sort of like a consequence of or any sort of personification, but more specifically, I don't know, I never know how you say this term. It's like pareidolia, something like that. I don't know, you can Google it. It's like Pareidolia. Reidioila, something like that. Paranoila. I forget exactly. Oh no, goodbye beetle. Yeah, and which is, I guess it's kind of different because isn't paranoia the act of like, it's a thing where you like look at a house or a car and you see a face in it. So I guess it's kind of different because the googly eyes are kind of much more direct. So you know, I'm not gonna mess you up, Phoebe. We've already got the points we need in previous bug offs to feel happy about what we've got, so we don't really need to bother. But there we go. Solitary lone wolf. Title keywords unlocked. Wait, which ones do we have to do? Because some of them are quite easy to do. We should just do them. Fishing's gonna take forever. That's gonna take forever. Crafting tools, like these are things which we'll get done eventually. It's just which ones do we need to go out of our way to do things with? Go ahead, be shellfish. No. I think it's just for sending. Yeah, sending letters. We need to actually do. Wispy Island secrets. Sounds like a good idea. KK slider. Yeah, a lot of these are quite difficult. Golden milestone. We can do this. It's not actually all that many. It's really just sending letters and KK slider shows. It looks like. Yeah. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, googly eyes. So googly eyes are just like a surefire way to make me sympathise or empathise with whatever sort of object you put them on, which is almost worrying. You would have thought, but I mean, I suppose in the end, it's not too big a deal. But it's sort of like, isn't it weird how quickly humans can sort of latch onto just like things like that? I mean, maybe I'm an exception to the rule rather than the rule or anything of that sort. But googly eyes, just it brings anything to life, and it kind of makes me want to go out and just like buy a little bag of googly eyes and just sort of stick them on whatever. It reminds me, I had this like arts and crafts sort of kit when I was much younger, I can't remember, and it was basically like making these creatures out of pom-pom balls, and I was making them. I remember one of them's an alien, which is basically just a red pom-pom ball. You stick like the feet on, which is basically just like a heart-shaped piece of foam, and then you stick the antennas on, and that's how you make the alien. But I was like, man, this doesn't really feel alive. But then I got to a stage where it's like, now final step, put the googly eyes on top of the alien. I put it on, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a person now. It was astonishing. I saw it and I was like, what? It was back in primary school. I think I was in year 3 or something. And the aliens was just like, I don't know, they held a special place in my heart. I don't know if I even finished making the rest of those little animals inside the thing. Where did I buy them from? I don't even know where I bought them from. Some sort of hobby store, I guess. Well, hobby store makes it sound like it's a fishing store. I mean, arts and crafts store is probably the better term, isn't it? Maybe it was Hobbycraft. Is that even a store? I don't remember. Either way, it's a store that's probably shut down by now, I'd imagine. But it's just that the power of googly eyes. Maybe I should get. I'd like. What would you stick googly eyes on? Like, what things would you even want to put something? Otherwise, it feels like a bit unnerving, isn't it? Like, obviously, you can't just put well, I mean, I guess you could just put googly eyes on like the top of your bed, but those eyes are too small. You need to get one of those like mega googly eyes. Oh, you know what? We should talk to Phoebe. I forget. We can't give out gifts right now until after 6 PM, but we can talk to you, and I think that counts towards the friendship thing. Maybe, I don't know. What missions do we have? We sell things. Hot item, change clothes, fruit. Okay, let's get. Do we have fruit? We have fruit. Simples, squeak. We should have put some money away. Why are we holding so much? We don't know how to make a peach hat. It always surprises me when we find a recipe we don't know. Yeah, no, yeah. Have you seen them? You can get these like absolutely massive googly eyes. Coconut juice? Are you kidding me? I always make that. Oh, we need to get another coconut then. No, we could just grab one from our inventory. Nah, that takes too much effort. Okay, fine, we'll do it. Because I know we got 2 on our storage. Yeah, but there's massive googly eyes, which I suppose it sort of begs the question, what do you need such massive googly eyes for? In the first place, I mean, I suppose googly eyes just sort of had more of an association with being tied up with very, like, kids' arts and crafts sort of projects. Oh no, we only got 1 here. What? I thought we had 2. Ah, whatever. Why don't we just grab some more coconuts from our storage? I'll make a coconut juice. It's just a bit like, what? outside of like kids' arts and craft projects, are there any useful googly eyes? And the answer is probably just kind of no, isn't it? They're just kind of for fun, aren't they? Like, there's not really much else you can do with them. It's not like you put googly eyes on something and it's like it's got more utility now. It's just, it adds a little bit of a charm to things, a little bit of silliness, a little bit of creativity, a little bit of fun, a little spark of childish glee and wonder, I suppose, in your life, which honestly perhaps more of us could go for, but that's neither here nor there. I suppose the real question is, sorry, let me finish that train of thought. So it's sort of like, why do you need really big googly eyes? And that's the answer, I guess. You have big things to stick googly eyes on, but there's a lot of big things I think are rather inconvenient to stick googly eyes on in the first place. Like, I don't have a car, but I don't think I'd stick it on my car if I had one. Oh, we had coconut juice already. We didn't have to do all of that. Keep the weeds. Yeah, your car, like, I don't know, a doorway, a cupboard, that sort of thing. All sounds like very inconvenient things to stick on, because I guess ideally you want to stick on something which doesn't move much. So I guess you could stick on a fridge. That's not too bad. But the thing is, do you really want to personify your fridge? And the answer is yes, by the way. If you thought that was going to be a no. Personify everything. But it's like, people don't personify everything, because personifying your fridge, like sticking googly eyes on a fridge and pretending it's a person, that seems much more reasonable for some reason than sticking it on like a table, like this desk. And perhaps that's because the desk is covered with other things already. Or perhaps you could personify everything. I just feel like it's much more customary to sort of personify like one-off things. Like, I don't know how to put this except for furniture items which like have a job that they do. You know, like things like a vacuum cleaner. Some, you know, I can totally see someone just like busting out some googly eyes and just sticking on one. I say busting out googly eyes as if something like, this is a common day occurrence, you have just carrying around some googly eyes or something. Of all the silly things to carry around though, just like in the case of emergency, quite, googly eyes are certainly up there. Just like emergency, it's an emergency. I had to stick some googly eyes on this thing. Hold on, was it fishing? Fishing, bug, mosquito, wood. Craft. Okay, sure. Now the question becomes, how many googly eyes do you stick on things until it becomes creepy? Like if you go to someone's house, for example, you walk up to a fridge and you see their fridge's got like little googly eye magnets or something, and you'll be like, oh, that's kind of funny, that's kind of cute, whatever. You're not really going to think much of it. What if you also look to the right of them, but oven's got googly eyes on? You'd be like, oh, this person really likes googly eyes, or maybe they just had like they've got a load of googly eyes in a wrapper or something. When you turn around and you look at the kitchen tap or something, it's got googly eyes sticking on the top. How many would you start being like, this is too many? Because I'm not sure if it's like a raw quantity of numbers. Like if I saw like the fridge had it and then I went upstairs and I'd be like, oh look, they stuck some on their mirror, and then I went into like the garage and it's like, oh, I don't know, the garage door on the inside has some. I probably wouldn't think too much of it, but it's sort of like a density thing, isn't it? If I was in their kitchen and I saw like more than 3 appliances that had googly eyes on, I'd be like, okay, this has crossed the line from cute and amusing to I'm mildly concerned now. Am I in danger? I suppose. The answer is probably no. I don't think many dangerous people have much of a addiction of googly eyes, but you know, I'd like to be proven wrong, but I don't think I would. It's more like let's just leave that at that, I suppose. I don't know, because I can see the eyes of googly appeals, but another thing you never really think about googly eyes, if you want to stick them on your phone or something, they actually do make a noise. I mean, I suppose it's kind of inevitable. It's plastic inside plastic, and it's all rattled. For it to actually move around a bit, it's got to rattle a little bit. And something about that little noise, it's got the tiniest sensation when you move about, which I think is killer. Like, I don't want to put like some rattly part and attach it to my phone or anything which moves much. But it's sort of like, if you don't attach it to something which moves, then it's not ever going to look around. It's going to look particularly boring, isn't it? Positively boring. Like if you put it on a fridge door is not, and well, I mean the motion of a fridge door, depending on how hard you slam it open, I suppose, is unlikely to make people's like move around and look about, that sort of thing. It kind of loses the charm of the googly eyes, you know. It's sort of just like your fridge has sadly like died or something. In fact, it always just like the pupils droop down to the floor and it never looks bored. Well, I suppose that'd be really unnerving if you're just like opening your fridge and you closed it and it was just like staring straight at you. Yeah, I guess on the other hand, that is kind of a terrifying thought. But hopefully you treat your fridge well and you're not like, you know, clean it regularly. Don't like slam the door shut or whatever. Don't like wake up in the middle of the night just looking for a midnight snack. And your fridge probably won't have any sort of reason to dislike you. You'd be like, there's a good utilizer of a fridge. I don't know. Here's a big brain thing. Why didn't you get one of his giant googly eyes and then stick some small googly eyes on top of his big googly eyes? Excuse me, Arch. I didn't realise you had a collision box. I guess that makes sense. Googly 5 for googly eyes. Why have you even called googly eyes anyway? Is it a brand name? I wonder if it's one of those brand names, just like jacuzzi and scuba dive or whatever, which has just become... Wait, maybe scuba dive isn't one of them. Jet ski, was it? I can't remember. Which just become like synonymous with the actual object now. Velcro was as well. Do you remember? I say, do you remember? Like, it didn't really take off, but the Velcro company tried to sort of like do some marketing to try and hold their trademark by getting people to call the Velcro hook and loop, which is its official name because Velcro is a trademark brand name. And I guess it's because they lose a trademark if people use it too often in lieu of the actual word, which happened to jacuzzi, it happened to jet ski, it happened to something else. Is a common one. Benny's there playing some Pokemon Unite, can't blame him. It seems to be in a bit of a role, not gonna lie. I think Ali said he's like nearly master rank or something. I don't know. Am I gonna join him? Nah. Not really down to play some Pokemon Unite. I'm very impartial to that sort of thing. Like I said my piece. No, wait, have I talked about it? I can't remember if I talked about it. I think it's cool, but it's not for me, to be honest. It's not a thing I want to spend that much time playing. Yeah, well, I mean, why? Here's a question. Because googly does mean sort of like... I mean, I don't know if googly actually is a word outside of googly eyes. Because if you asked me to define googly, I'd sort of be like dangly, I guess, would be how I can describe myself, just like rattling about in a hollow sort of container, I guess. But I don't know if that's only because that's basically what googly eyes are. So the question is, what came first, googly or googly eyes? Define googly. Unfocused or rolling. So I'm gonna get from cricket, an off-break bowled with an apparent leg break action. What? Is it a type of cricket bowl? Sure. People also ask, what do you mean by googly, except for U is spelled with a letter U? Googly, typical googly disambiguation. Googly eye doll. What the heck's a googly eye doll? From 20th century. Googly eyes. As always, we find ourselves back on Wikipedia, looking up the origins of whatever we're thinking about. A googly eye attached to a hammer. 5 weeples in various colours. Are these alien things? They're very close to what I was thinking of. Weeples? It's not quite the same. I guess I got like off-brand weeples, if anything. 3 more bugs, including mosquito, taught to people. Change. Right, sure. And craft. Do we have coconuts? We have coconuts. When were googly eyes made? I'm gonna ballpark. I'm gonna guess they were made in 1960s. 1923. That's one name. 1970. No. The name googly eyes may refer back to a... Hold on. Why are we trying to fish? We don't need fish anymore. They were prominently used in the Weeble promotional toys, invented out of someone at a toy company who stuck some googly eyes to a small pom-pom out of boredom. That's exactly what my alien crafting thing was. 1970, so it's at least 1971. A similar toy called Wappies were popular back in the Netherlands in the 1980s. Well, there you go, Wappies. Largest ever googly eyes, 3.7 meters in diameter. My word, I gotta Google this. Oh, see, see also pareidolia. It's on here. Hold on. World record googly eyes. Has the Google Doodle updated? Was it still this cat one? Where you go? Oh, it's still the same. Okay, I guess that makes sense. The Paralympics is happening. 12 feet. Okay, world record googly eyes. World record largest googly eyes. I want to see how big they are. Those are huge. Those are massive. They put them on top of like a cruise ship or something to really bring that That cruise ship to life. Pareidolia. It was one time, okay, considered a symptom of psychosis is the first thing I saw, which is very worrying because I used to do this all the time. Like, I mean, I still do, I suppose. Look at houses, be like, oh, it's a face. Look at cars, be like, it's a face. And imagine like, cars are like not talking to each other, but well, I mean, I suppose that's much more of a thing I did as a child. Now sort of just like not consciously, but like subconsciously see them as faces. You can't help but do it. The moon rabbit, man in the moon, and lunar pareidolia. There's a moon rabbit. Oh, I can sort of see it. Man in the moon. What does this look like? There's a lot of them, apparently. Tendency for perception to impose a meaningful interpretation on a nebulous stimulus, usually visual, so that one sees an object pattern or meaning where there is none. Perceived images of animals or faces or objects in cloud formations. What about Rorschach test? Are Rorschach test pareidolia? Pareidolia? You know what? Pareidolia. How do you say this word? Merriam-Webster.
Pareidolia.
Pareidolia. Pareidolia, I suppose. A simple collection of lines may be quickly perceived as a face. Oh, come on, that's just an emoji. Mimetoliths? What the heck? Projective tests? Rorschach. Oh, you know what? Fair enough. Wikipedia knows exactly what I'm saying. But yeah, basically googly eyes. Which is sort of lead to that, don't we? Well, except for, is that really the same? Because when you put googly eyes are actually just eyes. Well, not like physically, like it's not like people are seeing out them, but like they're more like a model recreation of eyes. I feel like that's kind of cheating to associate it with pareidolia. It's sort of like I drew some eyes on something and be like, what? You're seeing a face which isn't actually that. I've always associated pareidolia with seeing faces and like body parts and things where they actually are none. So you look at a house and you imagine the windows are eyes, despite the fact they aren't actually eyes. Googly eyes just seem like a cheating step, but why do I know? It's not like it really matters, I suppose, in the end. It's not like some sort of pareidolia competition. I said the word pareidolia way too much. But it's starting to sort of meld together in my mind. It's no longer a word due to semantic satiation, if that's another thing you want to look up. Or if you don't, I don't know, up to you. Change, talk to people. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me, uh-oh. But yeah, basically the long and short of it was like, wow, it's amazing how like lively these toothbrushes can feel when they're made to, let's not distract Audie, she's trying to catch that bug, when made to sing a song, quote. I don't know what Raymond said, I don't know why he only said one thing. Audie, you done catching? No, you're still trying to catch. You got it, Audie, I believe in you. Let's just find some other people to chat to who are not busy bug offing. Wait, immediately forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Some pareidolia, some googly. Oh yeah, how it's a combination of the fact it's just, you know, it's a regular object, but it's making a sound as if it's singing, you know, that's sort of like anthropomorphizing it, and then you're putting googly eyes just on top of them to give them even more personality. And what's even better is the vibrations of a toothbrush makes like with people sort of like rattle about, so it's sort of like they're looking down when every time they come to sing because of the vibrations of a toothbrush, and I guess because of a sort of dome shape of the googly eyes and the disc inside, the vibrations cause it to sort of like go into the deepest part of the dip, so it looks like it's looking up to sing at you every single time it vibrates. It's very, I'm not saying it's unnatural, because it's not unnatural, it's just sort of like whoa. It's almost unnerving how, not human-like it is, but living it feels. You know what is unnerving how human-like it looks like is that rat. Back in like, I can't remember, like Spain or something, which was cleaning itself and it just looked like it looked so human. The way it washed itself. That was unnerving. But in a cute way. Why are googly eyes considered cute? Is it just because they're like big eyes? Well, I don't know, maybe you find them unnerving. I suppose if you stuck too many of them on one thing, it would look kind of unnerving, kind of look like some sort of eldritch abomination, I'd imagine. But, I mean, I haven't seen that. Yeah, why are googly eyes considered cute instead of unnerving? Is it just because of the whole big eyes thing? Because you would have thought it'd be unnerving with like how they like coldly stare at you, unblinking, and like the thought of one like following you around the room or something, using eye mechanics which shouldn't exist. Isn't that scary? Hold on, I've got to search this now. I wonder if there's different types of googly eyes. Hold on, can you get like different types of, not eyes, googly eyes? I guess different colours make sense, but that's a bit boring. I want to see different shapes. They don't have to be round, you know. But definitely like gives it the most sort of look about sort of space. But I mean, like why not have like angry looking googly eyes? Angry googly eyes. This person's just like stuck eyebrows above them. That's pretty good. It's amazing how expressive eyebrows are. I guess it's because they look unthreatening because they don't have any eyebrows. Eyebrows that sort of add a lot to expression. If you didn't know. So if you're wondering why maybe you're drawing something, your expressions might look a bit. You want to push them up, like you want to make them a bit more extreme, a bit more pronounced. You got to fix some eyebrows, man. Imagine if googly eyes came with eyebrows. Stick on eyebrows or that something. I mean, I guess I kind of do. You can just draw them on. I guess that's kind of a point of googly eyes in the first place. They're meant to be quite low maintenance, decorative fun, aren't they? Perhaps I'm reading a bit too much into them. Oh, we should definitely deposit some bells, so we're not just carrying around a ridiculous amount. What if we get mugged? That'd be terrible. We don't even have a police station on here, but we also do only have like 15 people who live on this island, so you know, I feel like catching a perpetrator is not going to be all that difficult. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. How have I talked about googly eyes for half an hour? Doesn't make any sense. By all known laws of aviation, it just doesn't make any sense. How did we get back here first, Kronk? Sorry. Just rattling off memes like no one's business. Someone out there certainly must have made like some sort of eldritch monstrosity by sticking a load of googly eyes on something, right? Like, you know, one googly eye, kind of cute. Two googly eyes, super cute. Three, interesting. Like it's like a little bit alien. It's like a sympathizable alien now, so it's still kind of cute. Four is like a alright. And then when you get to like the five upwards, I think is when you start getting weird. When you get to like 12 or like 16, you're just like, ugh, don't like us anymore. Someone should do that. Someone should put, instead of putting like those black discs inside of the googly eyes, they should just make magnets or something. Or some sort of magnet thing so that you can like switch them on. You can activate them by like switching on some sort of magnetic field, and then you can control exactly where the googly eyes look. I'm not sure if that's particularly the easiest way to do it. I'm sure there's much easier ways, but I'm not an engineer, so I don't know. I don't know. Do we have a Nook mission we could do quickly? I guess we could do seashells and sell stuff, so then we can clear out inventory. I feel like there's a market for controllable googly eyes. I'm just saying. It probably already exists. That's how much of a market there is for it. But if you do it, you could really freak some people out. Just get some really big googly eyes, stick them onto your door. You'll be like, ha ha ha, go do part of business, and then suddenly they look over at the door again, the door is staring straight back at them. And you know intrinsically that's wrong. It's like, wait a minute, gravity's meant to make those pupils look downwards. How is it looking up at me? That would really give someone the heebie-jeebies. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Two more. Timor and Nest. I think that's a country. A Commonwealth country, maybe? Hold on. I've got a poster over there. Let me look. It's not a Commonwealth country. And I think about it, I think it's called East Timor, isn't it? It's completely off on all regards. My apologies if you live there. Now think about it. Bugsnax is just a whole game about all the characters having googly eyes on, aren't they? That's just about googly eyes right there. Like almost every Bugsnax in the game just looks like it's got big old googly eyes stuck on. Would you admit? Well, I mean, I suppose if it's fitting for bug snacks, it's both equally cute and creepy. It's kind of the whole point, isn't it? So really, that's just the power of googly eyes. So don't be fooled by their enticing lies as you gaze deep, deep into those googly eyes. Sounds like a quote from something, I don't think it is though. But yeah, I suppose we'll be rounding this episode off here then. Let's just quickly collect this Nookmar mission. Do we need this many? Nah. We don't need 200,000 Nookmar missions, to be honest. Oh, I didn't realise we did a hot item one. That makes sense. Because we've only got one villager left to get. Once Claude leaves, we'll begin the hunt for Red October, aka Fauna. I don't even know what the hunt for Red October is about, but anyway, if you have been watching, thank you very much. If it's been Adam across New Horizons, I've been Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me in Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we can see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.